Hello dear students, today I will be showing you how we can create database in MySQL and also how to create the tables inside MySQL. Alright, so let's see this question which I have given in your Google Classroom. Okay, question number 3 for example. So what the question is asking you to do is first to create a database and then to access it, then next to display the databases in your computer. Okay, so let's do all these commands one by one. So as you can see on my right hand side here, okay, the database company basically is here, and inside this database you are going to create a table with the name employee. Okay, and the table structure should be with this format. Okay, so let's begin. What I need to do is I'll be using MySQL. I hope all of you have installed, okay, on your computer. So I'm going to enter the password. Okay, now let's begin with the first step by creating our database named company, right? So the command for that, as you all know, is create database, and the database name is company, right? So here is how we create a database. And next is how to access. Now why do we need to access the database? As you can see in this diagram, okay, so if you want to create a table, first of all you need to go inside that database, you need to access it, then only you can create the table. Okay, so let me show you one command. Like suppose if you want to see how many databases are present in your computer, you will type show data, okay, show databases command, okay, and a semicolon, and hit enter. You can see here there are so many databases, and the one which we just created is company, right? So we need to mention the name of database where we are going to create the database. That's why we need to access the database before we create a table. Okay, I hope you understand this point. So that is why we are going to here first give a command which will help us to access our database, and then we'll go inside that database, which is company. In our case here we created a database company, so we'll say use company. After we create it, okay, we will access it with this command. So the command name is use and the database name, that's company, semicolon, and hit enter. Sorry, I guess the database name which I gave is different. Spelling must be wrong. Company. Yeah, I have typed the wrong spelling. So okay. So let me create it properly. Create database. Company. So spelling should be correct, right? So here, okay, this is my database created with the name company, and then to go inside it or to access this database, you will use command use company. Okay, hit semicolon and then hit enter. Okay, so yeah, now database changed means you are now inside this database, you can access it. So our next step will be to create the table in this database. So the command for that is create table and give the name which you want to keep to the table. Okay, so I want to give the name employee to my table, as in this example. So I'll write employee, and then after that I will put parenthesis and semicolon, and inside the parenthesis I'll mention the column names which I want to give in my table. All right, so the first column name is employee number, according to this example, employee number, right? And then in addition to giving the column names, what you need to do is you have to mention which type of information are you going to store in this table, right? So as you can see in this example, the type of information is numeric. The numbers are being inserted in this table. I hope you remember the data types in MySQL. If you have forgotten, please revise it in Google Classroom. Okay, so yeah, so employee number, and the data type for the numbers is we can give it as integer, right? Int, that means integer. And then after that, the format is to give the parenthesis to mention the size, like how big you want your number to be, how many bytes it will be taking in the computer memory. Suppose I give maximum 10. Okay, so that is the size. So our first column name, that is employee name, is done. So with each column name you need to remember column name and then give the type of data you want to store. If it is integer, you give integer. If it is a number which has fractional part, you give decimal. Okay, so now we'll move to the next column, that is name. We finished employee number. Now the next column, employee name. So put a comma. Just remember, so for each column to insert, you have to first give the name of the column like we gave for the first, employee number, then the data type, which type of information you're going to store. That will depend here inside the table what data you will store. So you will give the data type, and the next in the parentheses the size, how big your number or the name, whatever the information is, should be. Okay, the size of the data which you are inserting in that particular row. So put a comma to separate it from the next column. Now our next column is, as you can see, name, right? So we're going to write name here. Then after that put a space and give the data type. Now as you can see here, for the name it's the textual information which we call string, right? So the string kind of information. So the data type for that, I hope you remember, is varchar. Okay, so you will give varchar for this type of information, which is like in letters, okay, or the combination of letters and numbers. So varchar, and then next comes the size, like how big you want your name to be, how many characters maximum. Let's suppose keep it as 50. Okay, that is the 50 bytes in the memory. Then comma. Next we have the job column. So for job column, similarly you will give the job as column name, and then the data type. As you can see here, it's again the textual information, the string information. So you are going to give it as varchar and give the data type. Let's suppose keep it maximum as 30, size, then comma. Next is gender, gender space, give the data type. As you can see here, it's one single character. So if you have to give one single character, you give char as data type. Okay, and give the size as, okay, here 1 2 whatever, it's up to you, you can give any size, and then comma. The next salary. Okay, now salary, as you can see here, is a number. Now salary can be in integer or it can be in, fraction parts also, right? So it can have something after decimal as well. So we're going to give decimal here as a data type, not integer. And for the decimal, we need to give here in the parenthesis size. Okay, that is the size before decimal and the size after decimal. So the before decimal, suppose I give maximum 10 digits, comma, and after decimal you want maximum 2 digits to come. So this is the format of giving the data type for decimal number, I mean the number which is fractional. Okay, then comma. Next after salary is department number. You can see here DEPTNO, department number. And for department number, okay, let's say the data type here, as you can see, it's integer. So department number integer int, and in the parentheses I'm going to give the size as maximum 10, and then comma, the last column which is here, commission, right? So COMMISSION, commission, and in parentheses I'm going to give again integer as data type. Sorry, not in parentheses, a space, data type, and then parentheses, give the size. Okay, you can give integer or the size. Okay, you can give maximum, whatever you would like to give. It depends upon the number of values that, okay, you want to give here. So this is what, how you create the table and assign the column names along with the data type and the size. Okay, then press an enter. Okay, so you can see the row has been created, the table has been created. Now if you want to see this table which you have created, so how will you see? There is a command called describe, and then give the name of the table which you created. So the table name which I gave is employee, as you can see here, describe employee, semicolon, and press enter. Now you see it gave me the description of the table, right? So these are the data, these are the fields or the columns, column names in my table, and these are the data types in my table. Okay, all right, so we are done with this. Now next let's see what we have to do next. So here we have done this first command, we have accessed the database with the use command, then we displayed all the database names as well, okay, with the show databases command, and then the next command, create table, also we are done, right? So let's move to the next command, which is inserting the values in the table. Okay, so how to do that? So let's go back to our this MySQL, and here let's see how do we insert the information in our table. So the command name is insert into command. Okay, so insert into, and then you need to give the information in the table according to the column names which you have created. As you can see here, the order. So insert into, now the name of the table employee, right? So insert into employee, give the table name, command name is insert into table name, and then write values. Okay, values. Now values you have to write like that, it is a keyword. Okay, values, and then insert the values and put a semicolon. Now the values you have to insert in the order of this, how you have given the column names in the table. So now let's see this table here. Okay, how, what information is there and what we need to type. So here, as you can see, for the first column, okay, the employee number, the information to be typed is, wait 1 second, let me adjust it first. Okay, yeah, so the information to be inserted is here, employee number 101. So let's type here 101, comma, second value is name. As you can see here, it is name, so we'll type name, that is Reena. Now, see, if you have a data type varchar, for that you need to put the information in single or double quotes. Okay, so I'm going to write Reena. Okay, I'm going to write Reena in single quotes, or double quotes also you can use, comma. Then the next value is job. So job, you can see again is varchar data type. So I'm going to write it as in the same manner. Okay, it is president. Okay, then comma, next is, you can see here, gender. So gender is female, f. So for varchar and char, we are going to put the data in quotes, but the numbers we are going to put without quotes. Okay, then comma, then coming to the next, that is salary, it's the number, so we're going to give it as such. Okay, since it is uh, decimal, so I need to give something after decimal. Next, then we have what, department number, right? So department number is 10, and then comma, I have commission, that is 300. So these are all numbers, I'm not going to put the quotes. So this is how you insert that information in the table. So now I'm going to press enter key. So you can see one row affected, it has already inserted the row in the table. Now if you would like to see whether this information is stored in the table or not, so the command for that is select. Okay, select command, and put asterisk here. Asterisk means select everything from the employee table, from employee, that's it. Select asterisk from employee will display everything whatever you have inserted in your table, and press enter. As you can see, it just showed what information I have inserted in my table. Similarly, if you want to insert another record, just type the same command but change the values according to the information which is given here. So the next is 102, so you can just change here the value 102, right? Then come and change the name. So next name there is, as you can see, Shankar. All right, and then it is manager, yes, so you can change this to manager, M Maneger. Okay, then it's male, then the salary is 18,000. Okay, then department is same, and commission is 400. Okay. Okay, so now you can see that we have inserted a new row in our table, and it is telling that query is okay and one row affected. Now let's see if you want to now view all the data which you have inserted in the table. So far I've inserted two rows, one here, and then I saw that row, and the next I inserted one more row. Now to see that row again, the command to view the data is select asterisk, okay, asterisk from employee, right? Employee table name. So put the semicolon and hit enter key. So you can see now it is showing me 3 rows have been inserted. So similarly, you can keep on inserting rows one by one. Okay, so this is how we insert the data in. So you can just keep inserting here again, like if you want to go for another record. according to the database. It is 103 and the name is Mina, right? So yeah, and then next to the designation is again manager, and this is female, and this is 1500. Then the department number is 20, and this is 300 commission, right? So then press enter. Again, it will show that the row is created, but to see again you need to type which command. Select asterisk from the table name employee and hit enter. Now you can see this is how the data is inserted in the table. Okay, now next we'll see what to do. So here it is telling you display all the records of the table. So this command we have already executed here with the select command, right? Select asterisk from employee, press enter, so it displays all the records of our table. Then coming to the next command, display the names of employees with department number 10, right? So how to do that is, I hope you remember the where class. So we can add the where condition if you want to display the specific information. Now in this case, we don't want to display all the employees. We want to display only those whose department number is 10, right? So let's see how to use that command. So we'll use the select command only, and we see with the asterisk everything was is getting, as you can see here, sorry, yeah, everything is being displayed. But with this next h, in the part h, it's asking us to display only the names. Display here only the names of employees. We are not, it's not asking to display everything, only display the names of employees, and the department number should be 10. Okay, so here suppose I want to display only the names. What is the command I'll give? I'll not give asterisk. Asterisk means everything, all the columns. But if I want only name, so you see the select name, so I should give exactly the same spelling how I have given here. Select name from employee, and if I press enter, here it will only display the names. Similarly, if you want to only display name, as well as suppose you want to display comma salary. Okay, salary. So whatever column information you want to display, just give that column name there instead of asterisk symbol, right? Name comma salary from employee. So press enter. As you can see now, name and salary is appearing. Okay, similarly if you want, suppose one third column also here, so just separate it with comma, whatever information you want, comma. Suppose you want this job also to be displayed. Okay, just hit type it and press enter key, and see it only displayed me salary, job, and this thing name. So okay, this is how you do. Otherwise, the difference is asterisk will just display everything, but in case you want a particular column, you just mention the name of that column instead of asterisk. Okay, right? So yeah, that's how we do it. Select name, so it's like it depends in which order you want. If suppose you want before name even employee number to be displayed, so you can even display that. Whatever in whatever way you want to display it, it will come in that manner. Okay, then press enter. You see it will give only employee number and employee name. So this is how we display the information from a database, from a particular table. Okay, and the specific columns, whatever you want to display. I hope it is clear, right? Okay, so now let's see our next question. That is, it's asking us to display the names of employees only with the department number 10. So we know how to display the names of employees only, right? Just now we did that command. So let's bring that command here back, bring that back. Okay, so so select name from employee, right? It will just display the names, right? But what it is telling me, to display only the names whose department number is 10, right? So we are going to write the same command, name from employee. We are going to add one more class, that's called where class. With this you can give a condition, right? So where, and give the condition. Now what is the condition here is, you have to mention the department number should be equal to 10, right? As it is asked in our question, department number is 10, right? So we're going to give where department number. Now remember, when you give department number, you must see this here, the spelling how you have given, same way you should give the same spelling. Okay, so you give department number, where department number is equal to 10. So this is basically helping you to give a condition on your database. Okay, if you want to filter the database based on condition, you use where after the table name. Okay, so where department number is equal to 10. Now when I press enter, you can see it gave me Reena and Shankar, right? So as here you can see above, just give me 1 second. Okay, here you could see that the department number 10 was only for Reena and Shankar, right? So it only displayed Reena and Shankar because you gave where department number is equal to 10, right? So this is how we give conditions on database. Okay, now let me just insert the remaining values also so that we can see, like we have different commands to work on. So let's first fill all other details here which I have not yet given. So I'll give number 4 also, the last one, that is Payal. Okay, Payal, Payal, and then Payal is a clerk. Okay, according to our database, as you can see here, CLERK, clerk, and then it's female, and salary is 5,000, and then the commission is 100. Okay, so let's insert this, and then let's see, select asterisk from employee. Yeah, so we have 1 2 3 4, all the 4 values in this. Right now, next, let's see here our next command, which is asking for here us to display the employee number. Okay, now here in previous case it was name, now next is asking to display employee number and name. So 2 columns, we have to display employee number and the name, but there is a condition whose salary is above 6,000, right? So employee number and employee name having salary above 6,000. So you can see here employee number and name above 6,000 salaries for these two. Let's see if it works here. So we are going to give select. Now what we have to select, as you can see in the question, employee number and employee name. So employee number, right? So employee number is here, the correct spelling, same spelling you will give, employee number, comma, name is just name, 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 from employee. So we don't have to just use this. See, if I use only this command, it will display everything, everybody's employee number and name. But what it is asking me to only display those whose salary is above 6,000. So I'm going to add a where condition. As I said, if there is a condition, you use where class. So where, and then give condition salary. Here salary column is a right, whose salary, okay, is greater than 6,000 according to our question, and put a semicolon. Now it's going to display only those whose salary is greater than 6,000. As you can see here, Reena, Shankar, and Meena. As you can check, Reena, Shankar, and Meena, their salaries are above 6,000. Okay, so this is how we can give the conditions with the where class. Okay, so I hope you understood. Okay, so now let's move to the next question here, which is display all the details. All the details means all the columns we have to display right now, and detail is off, but here is a condition, female manager and president. So 2 conditions are here given in this question. In the previous questions only one condition. Here we give department number is 10, salary is greater than 6,000, right? So here you can see there are 2 conditions. We have to check where the person is a female manager and also is a president, having salary greater than 1,000. So this, so there are 2 conditions here. So let's see our database here. Okay, as you can see here, female manager. So here you can see there is male manager as well, but we only have to display the females who are managers. So there is only one female manager, and also president. Okay, female president, right? Female manager and president. So 2 conditions. First we'll check the female manager and then female president, and the second one is having salary greater than 1,000. Okay, whose salary is more than 1,000. So how to do this? Again, we'll use the same select command, but now in this case we have to display what? As you can see, only female managers and presidents, right? Female manager and female president with the salary more than 1,000, right? So that's what we have to do. So we'll write this thing. So we'll have to type. Now what to display? Here we have to display all, right? Yeah, where is the question? Display all the details. All the details means whatever is name, job, gender, everything. Okay, it's not like the previous questions where the column names were mentioned. Okay, here it's saying all the details. That means all the columns. So we'll use select asterisk. It will display all details from employee table. But now here the condition is first condition where the female is a manager and president and salary is greater than 1,000. So we'll say where. Here, as in this one, you can see, just give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, here select asterisk from employee, so everything it will display where. So we have to see the female managers, right? Where job is equal to manager, right? So we'll say where. So this is given where manager, it's given under job column. So we'll say where job is equal to what? Manager, right? That's what is asked in the question here. Female manager and president, right? So where job is equal to, so we'll give here manager. Okay, and so as I said, we have to check two here, manager and president. Okay, so we'll say where job is equal to manager, or it can be job is equal to presidents. For both we have to check. Okay, this is the second condition. Okay, where job is equal to manager or job can be president. According to this, here P is capital. Okay, president. The next, what it is asking, that salary also should be greater than 10,000. So that will give another here, another condition with the AND operator. So basically, to join more than one conditions here, we can use OR and AND operator, right? As already taught. So AND, you will give here, and salary is according to the question greater than 10,000, right? So salary is greater than 10,000, semicolon. So it will display everything about an employee whose job is manager. Yeah, I forgot one condition, sorry. Here it should be female, right? So we have to check gender also, right? So we'll give and salary equal to this, and also we'll check gender equal to female. Okay, gender equal to F, right? Female. Okay, so yeah, now it's correct. Then and salary is equal to 10,000. All right, so this is our command. So we are giving job is manager or president, and also it should be, the gender should be female and the salary should be greater than 10,000. So let's run this command and see. But then you can see here I am getting the wrong result. I am getting one male as well. I should get only this Reena and Meena. So what is the problem here is, here as you can see, this job is equal to manager or job is equal to president, right? So this and should be given for both of these. Okay, see, a person cannot be at the same time manager as well as a president. It can be either a manager or a president. So this is one condition, right? And that condition should be then added with this one. So we have to actually do little alteration here. Just put this one as one condition in one parenthesis, that's all. Otherwise the and will be only done with the job is equal to president, not with the other one. That's why the output was coming like that. So here now this will be one condition, and it will check this second and this third condition. Okay, then press enter. Yeah, now we can see we got the correct output. So we have only been being selected here females, president and manager, Reena and Meena, and also the salary is greater than 10,000. As you can see here, there was one more female, Payal, but the salary was less than 10,000. That's 5,000, right? So her name was not selected. Only whose salaries are greater than 10,000, those names were selected, right? So that condition is satisfied, and also this president is selected as we gave here. Job should be either manager or president, both were selected. Gender is female, salary greater than 10,000. Okay, and all the details were displayed because of this asterisk symbol, right? Asterisk means everything, all the columns. So now let's move to our next question. That is here, display all the tables present in the database. Now this is a very simple command wherein you have to just type show tables, okay, which will show all the tables created so far in your database. Okay, so let's press enter. As you can see, we have only one table so far created, that is employee. It is showing only that. Okay, so yeah, show tables will show tables, and if you want to see all the database, it will, the command show databases will show all the databases, right? Yeah, so that's about tables and databases. And then coming to the next question here. All right, now let's move to the next question. Display the names of those employees whose name contains R, like it means which begins with R. So let's see in our table, any name is there. Yeah, we have one name whose name is beginning with R. So for that we use a different operator which is called a like operator. So we'll do what is, as you can see here, it's asking us to display what? Only display the name column, right? So we'll write this command, select name as such from, then employee table name, right? And then give while condition. Now since the condition is there, what is the condition? It's asking whose name begins with R, okay, contains R, begins with R. So there is an operator, so whose name, so name is the column here, right? Whose name, like, that is like whenever you have to check with the alphabets beginning with, starting with, like this, you will use the like operator. Okay, then you will give in the parenthesis R. So this means the name begins with R, and percent here is a wildcard character, which basically means whatever will be after R, that will be printed as such. So the letters beginning with R you will write like this. Okay, so when we press enter here, as you can see the result, it is showing only the name Reena. Now let's suppose we want to display the name beginning with S or M or anything. So we'll just change it here, beginning with, okay, if you say M, right? So yeah, just press enter. You see it gave Meena. And also suppose if you want to check the name beginning with not just one letter, you can check with two, like M. You can check, like suppose let's say our table here, okay, name beginning with sh. So that also you can give, like it's not just one character, you can give many characters here, sh. So it means the name beginning with sh. Here this should be in quotes. Okay, then press and enter, so it will give Shankar, right? Not only beginning with, you can also give ending with something like this. So here, so ending with will be, instead of this side you have to give the letters after percent symbol. Suppose you want to check the names of those whose name ends with A, R or NA. Okay, I'll say, see, Reena is one and Meena is one. NA, both name are ending with NA. So I can give that command here like this, whose names are ending with NA. So now what I gave NA after percent symbol, not before. So if I now run this, you see I got only Reena and Meena. So this is how you can use the percent, this like operator and the wildcard percent symbol. And not only beginning and starting with, you can also check which is beginning with something and ending with something. So let me first execute this command, select asterisk from employees, so that I can see the contents. Then I'll just tell here, suppose I want to type a name which starts with S and ends with R. So I'll give before percent %s, that means it starts with S, and after percent symbol I'll type R. So it means the name beginning with S and ending with R. So is there any? Yeah, S and R, Shankar, right? So you press enter, you see it gave that name only. So this is how you can use wildcard characters. Okay, now let's move to our next question. Display all the tables present. That already done. Okay, now this, no, this is the next question. Display the name of employees whose name ends with NA. As I just showed you, whose name ends with NA, right? NA Reena is there, so you can just type here ends with NA, right? So we got names ending with NA, and then here delete the record with employee number 104. So we have to delete record 104. So we'll say delete from, delete, to delete we have delete command, delete from employee where. Now it is asking whose record to delete. It is asking 104 record number. So we'll give where employee number. As you can see here, column name is emp, employee number is equal to 104, right? This should be deleted. Simple. Where class with the employee number, enter. So it's saying yeah, it is deleted. Now let's see whether it is really deleted or not. So when I say select asterisk from employee, you can see 104 record is totally deleted. Okay, all right, so we saw that we can delete a record with the delete command. Okay, so if suppose you want to delete one more record, so you say delete, okay, from employee where, what you want to delete. Okay, give the condition. You want to delete the employee number equal to 101, suppose. Okay, put this, and yes, something is wrong. Yeah, delete from employee where here I have given two operators here, where employee number here is no operator. Okay, employee number is equal to 101. Yes, so now if you want to select your view your data, you can see now there are only two records. This is how you can only delete the record. But what if you want to delete the entire table? Okay, or see if you give just delete, uh, delete this delete, you will not mention what to delete. If you just give, like instead of giving, delete a particular row as you gave here, delete from employee where this, if you just give delete from employee, okay, it will delete everything, all the records, but it will not delete the table. Only the information inside the table will be deleted. Okay, let's see, let me show you. Delete from employee, it will delete everything. Now if you want to see anything in the table, you can see it's empty, there is nothing in the table, but still is table is still there. If you want to see the table is still there, you can check with the describe command, describe employee, the structure will be still there. As you can see, the table is existing, but it's empty there right now. See, if you want to delete the table also, so the command for that is not delete, it is drop. Okay, drop employee, so it will delete the entire table structure also. Okay, so when we hit enter, sorry, it's drop, then table employee. Okay, so here you see it is saying one row affected. Now if you want to see the, suppose if you ask to check the structure of employee, so the table is not existing now, right? We deleted the table. As you can see, it will show does not exist now, so the table has been entirely deleted. So this is how we can delete the entire structure of the table as well. Okay, so the delete command only will help you to delete the contents of the table, but the drop will help you to delete the entire structure of the table as well. I hope you understood everything. Just practice all these commands what I said, and it's more than enough for your practicals. Okay, so you can be you will be asked any such type of queries to do. It's not necessarily this table, it can be any table, but the operations are in the same manner to be done. Okay, thank you so much.